So, you see this and you're like, oh, John, what is it? What is it? Well, Kotaku, just like every other gaming media outlet out there so far of recent years, are the ones who are usually the ones who quickly come out and attack the gamers, calling them all manner of phobes, isms. If you demand or not demand or say that, oh, hey, it's okay to have strong, powerful women who are beautiful, they'll call you a coomer, they'll call you whatever else. But then you have people writing articles like this. Dragon Age the Veilguard's scenes ranked from worst to best. Double standard much? Oh, so it's okay when you objectify characters and all that, but if we point out that it's okay to be a strong, powerful, stunning woman who's beautiful, we're the creepy ones. Seems like everyone is getting some in the lighthouse, except for Solus. Yeah, because he's hardly in the game. You know, that's why they changed the name to Veilguard instead of Dreadwolf, because the Dreadwolf really isn't even in the game. And of course, and this is kind of similar to what the guy looks like. You probably saw it's the profile the profile picture, the thumbnail. A new Bioware game is out, which means that love is in the air. The Dragon Age Veilguard and has 7 companions. The 7 mystical Dragon Balls. The 7 Chaos Emeralds. No, it's 8 inner gates. Well, technically, you could say there's 7 inner gates because the 8th inner gate will kill you if you open it. 7. 7 Harry Potter books. 7. 7, I tell you. 7 companions, and you can romance any one of them. This all culminates in a romantic scene between protagonist Rook and their paramour, and they're mostly fine. I was initially caught a bit off guard by how tame. Yeah. So they just kind of go on to talk about, and yeah, these are probably the worst written. Like, if you're a fan of like lesbians, softcore lesbian stuff would probably be better. You know, like girls like dry rubbing each other. It would be better than this stuff. It would be. This is poorly written, poorly executed. It doesn't feel natural at all. It sounds like a bunch of people who have never ever had that kind of interaction with anyone. The dialogue sounds like it was like written by a 5-year-old, but it was like, you know, changed a little bit by the adults to make it sound ooh, a little spicy. Actually, it's not even spicy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Again, it sounds like it's been written by people who have no idea how to flirt or have never had interactions of that kind of nature before, because they were all terrible. They're all terrible. Harding. Kind demeanor. A little stone loving. Lucanus. Mr. Gollum. We got Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde over here. He's got, you know, spite. And basically he's kind of like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, or Gollum, or, you know, he's got his nice, sweet, sensitive side, and then this spite side of him, and he's like, oh, destroy everything. Do it now. Let everything burn. So it's like, when making love, it's like you get a 2 for the price of 1. Nev Gallus. Like, look at this. She just looks so bored. Like, they couldn't even, like, all these, the modeling in this game is terrible. Like, the only thing that really moves are their mouths. Their eyes and everything, they just remain the same. So it's just like, Oh yes, give it to me. Oh yeah, that's really, really nice. You know, it's again, if you want these kinds of scenes, watching softcore stuff, just do that instead. Just do that instead. You get the same sort of connection with probably better dialogue. And I'm softcore as in like I'm not talking about like the scenes where they're completely nude and it's clear that he's not really, but it's shot in a way to where no, I'm talking about like full clothes on, kind of stuff. You'd just be better off watching that. If that's what you're looking for here, you just watch that. Watch any modern movie, really. Those are hotter than this crap. Ugh. Probably one of the worst characters. Like the whole, being socially awkward thing is one thing, but she's again, it's like being written as a stereotype. She's just does and says everything that you would think that a person would do. So she's not really based really. I mean, like, this is a game that focuses on representation and inclusivity, but all the characters are just stereotypes of what those people think of the certain groups or, you know, it's like, oh, well, this is how I am. Well, guess what? Not every socially awkward person acts like this. You can have socially awkward people who know how to speak, who aren't like, all the time, who can have normal interactions. Yeah, they might say something once in a while that might be weird because, they're socially awkward, but they can act like functioning adults. This chick is just like, you know, and I'm sorry, but like, who needs spears and swords in this universe when you've got this right here? Like, they made her character so unappealing. Massively pointed chin. Her cheeks look like they have way too much filler in them. And unfortunately, she's probably one of the best looking in the game. I think it's the ears. I mean, her voice is sweet enough, so maybe that helps. It kind of gives to her character. But she's a terrible written character. Again, like all these groups of people in the game are just kind of written as stereotypes. And we've said before, we don't care about inclusivity, but stop reducing certain groups to just stereotypes. It's not needed. How about if you're going to have representation?
With over 25 years of legal experience, helping people get the proper.
Okay. But yeah, like if you're going to have a gay character, just don't just have a flamboyant gay character. Masculine gays also exist, but we never see that. So stop writing just stereotypes. Ugh, Tosh. One of the worst written characters, not just in the game, but probably in modern history. Like, her whole shtick is obviously a self-insert. I struggle with my identity and I'm non-binary, despite the fact that those words shouldn't really even exist in this world. And apparently, according to her mom, they have their own words, for that kind of thing. So instead of using her people's words to describe what she's feeling, no, she uses non-binary, which shouldn't even exist in this world, but she's a self-insert, so you gotta have real world crap forced in there. But she's a terribly written character. This is the same character who's like, those bodies are wrong. They used to have humans in them. So again, I've said before, it just feels like this game was written by like a child or people who have read bad fanfics, because none of this dialogue can be taken seriously. Even when they're trying to be serious, it can't be taken seriously because of how bad it is. She's sitting there most of the game, like giving 2-minute rants about non-binary and, oh, you know how hard it is not being able to be happy with who I am and blah blah. It was like, oh my god, you self-inserted into a game rather than just like, I don't know, talking to a therapist. And then they're seen, basically, whoever it is, whether it be the male or female, nope, she's a strong, powerful woman, so she has to pick the dude up like a little bitch. And he wraps his legs around her. And I'm like, wow. Wow. Nice. Emmerich. Oh boy, the necromancer. Yeah, this is the guy that you have the scene with Tosh, like, oh, the bodies are wrong. And he always seems to talk like this. Why do you hate me so much, Tosh? What have I ever done to you? The bodies are wrong. They used to have humans in them. Um, and he can become a lich and all bony and stuff, and he's like, you must hate me, and you're like, no, I still love you, and blah blah blah, and whatever. And you like do it in a coffin because of course you would. Like, I get the whole necromancer thing, but just because one's a necromancer doesn't mean you need to be like doing what you think necromancers can be normal people too. They just have an affinity for raising the dead. Doesn't mean they're gonna have, do it in coffins. Necromancers have beds too. But nope, everything's got to be stereotypes. Davrin, which is the character that this dude decided to romance, as you saw, as you saw. Yeah. Where was it? He said something. This is the best one. Sorry, I'm winning. F's in chat for the rest of y'all, but my rook is bouncing on it in a way that would end the blight. Who talks like that? Well, I mean, you clicked on the video and you saw the thumbnail. That person. That person is talking like this because he's the one who wrote this. Also, one of them... Was it Tosh? No. Was it? No. It was Nev? Um. Oh, yeah. Her pushing her lover onto the couch and closing the door with her ice magic. A slay queen stuff. Who talks like this? Yeah, so, oh my god, yes. F's in chat, this is totally vibe. And then it just says 9, but then it just links to other articles here. So I just simply came in with that. So it's wrong to as women in a video game, but it's not wrong to trans men in Dragon Age who may even identify as a woman, man, or they, them. What logic is that? Wait, but I thought being a gooner was bad. This is why you guys are almost out of business. Yeah, what happened to, I don't know, the game guides that you had to make? No, instead we're making articles, uh, like this. And they wonder why they're going out of business soon. Yeah, this is why you guys are almost out of business. Watching two homeless guys bump uglies in a back alley would still be more preferable to reading this article. Can we go back to playing games for fun? Journalists like yourself always talk about these fetishes all the time and then gaslight gamers when they talk about it. Rules for thee, but not for me. No one wants to see that. Gaming journalism. I should look my quote of comedy struggle sessions, like whatever kinks they say are allowed. Here I'm thinking that Kotaku can turn a new leaf after not posting any ridiculous articles in the last few days. Let's see how you let's see how you react when a game with a beautiful woman is in it. Is a beautiful woman is a hit. Oh my god, people are objectifying. Also, speaking of women, why is World of Warcraft trending? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, this was a set that we've all been waiting for like 20 years. I mean, it was the first set that I got, obviously. I don't even play my paladin that much, but I wanted that set more than any of the other sets. So, yeah. It was the only one I have so far. I'll probably go for I don't know, everything's too expensive still. They lowered the price of everything from like 60 of those things to 40, but yet it still takes a while to get, it seems. So, the guy on the right looks like someone I used to despise. You've finally done something good for me. Gross. What the hell is wrong with you people? You rag on people for wanting attractive characters, then you do this. You people are weird, perverted, and growing more irrelevant every day. Mom, I want Baldur's Gate 3. We have Baldur's Gate 3 at home. I'm so glad BioWare has their priorities right while developing the worst game ever made. Kotaku screws itself. Fixed it for you. I thought it was the chuds that were making wanking at video games. I thought that was Kratos. But yeah, here we are. Here we are. These people will come out and attack you, and you know, whatever they can think of to invalidate what you're trying to say. But then they do this stuff. The same outlet that's supposed to be writing game guides, and they wonder why people are getting laid off. Maybe do your jobs instead of indulging in this crap. Maybe you get to keep your jobs. But there's a reason why that exists. There's a reason why this is in existence. Because Kotaku no longer has journalistic integrity. Now it's about satisfying their kinks. So, anyway, that's going to do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.